What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is your review for the Circle NY. Why I keep wanting to say NYC? The Circle Atlanta Season 1, Episode 4. So first of all, let me say this. To the producers, to the people in charge, to those in power. Listen, what's the schedule for this show? Is it every 2 weeks? Is it every week? Is it whenever the fuck y'all feel like it? Just let me know, because then I won't be looking for it, and it'll just be a surprise. You know what I'm saying? So if it's gonna be every 2 weeks and it's pushed back, I get it. Technical difficulties. Life happens. Put something on your community wall. Acknowledge the fact that the episode didn't come out. And if you did it and I missed it, my apologies. But I ain't know nothing about when the episode was supposed to drop. I just woke up this morning and was like, voila, it's there. So listen, let a sister know. Just let me know. All right, now let's get into this episode. We start. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get Cash out the way. Does Cash know he on this show? Is Cash a part of this ensemble? Okay, because we have not seen Cash do nothing with nobody else. Cash is over here living his best life. We done seen Cash at church. We done seen Cash talking to some friends. Now we got this whole scene of Cash at the photo shoot, modeling and stuff. Does he know he on this show? I'm just wondering. Now, I like Cash, though. Let me tell you something. I like Cash. I just wanted to jump through the screen and give Cash a hug. Like, I feel like when he was talking in that scene where he was getting his makeup done, I felt like he just needed a hug. And I'm not even being funny. Like, I really wanted to, like, I like Cash. Let me tell you what I'm never going to do. I ain't never going to shame somebody who was making a living the way they making a living. If it's legal, I'm good with it. And I'm wrong with sex work. Like he said, I'm the person that helps you get off. Okay? So I don't understand this whole people want to shame sex work or whatever when late night, when you got that urge and it ain't nobody laying next to you, the first thing you do is roll over, shoot. You ain't even got to put a DVD in no more. You can just get on your phone and find whatever it is that you were looking for. So, like, we're not going to do that. Cash, we're not going to do that. You live your best life and you can love Jesus and shake your ass at the same time. People do it all the time. They just do it privately. You doing it publicly. It is what it is. Moving on. So Cash is doing this whole photo shoot. He says the first time he did makeup and modeling, he said, listen, I can live a good life off the money I'd have made off of the adult entertainment industry. But I want to make more money and I want to do more things. And, you know, last year he had a really bad breakup. I'm sure some people know about it. I don't, because I don't care. And that's cool. I'm sorry for the breakup. But guess what? That means it's bigger and better on the horizon. He said he had to leave Atlanta for a while so he could get his mind right. But he is back and he is trying to get into some other things. So he was really excited about doing the modeling. He was really excited about the photo shoot. He said a stylist reached out to him and he said, I'm excited because I ain't never wore fur before. Cash, I hate to be the one to tell you, but you still have it. Because that won't fur. I'm just don't scratch that off your bucket list. Because it's still there. Because that won't fur. But he did a nice little photo shoot. He looked like he was really having a good time. And I feel like it was something, I feel like he really enjoyed himself. And so he said, you know, it's hard sometimes to cross over because people don't want to mix their brands. They know that you are in a particular line of work. They don't want their name associated with it because, again, like I said, people be wanting to shame the adult entertainment industry, yet it makes billions of dollars every year. So I'm just saying... So I was here for it. I just want to know if Cash know he on this show. This one. Because we ain't seen Cash at nothing with the other people. It's 50,000 people on this show. We ain't seen Cash with nobody else. So I had to get Cash out the way. All right, let's get to the rest of this. Because the rest of this episode, let me tell you something. Listen, Lord, my phone ringing. I'm going to piss some people off with this review. We didn't have the fun stuff. Let's get to the serious stuff. I'm about to piss some people off because let me tell you something. All of y'all was acting out of order. And when I say all, I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Jewel and I'm talking about Melly B. All y'all was out of order. Let me start from the beginning and work my way back. So we start off with this whole scene. They still, I guess this is the after party from the fashion show. And they're calling Alyssa. And Jewel wants to know, like, the first thing Jewel asks her is, what do you identify as? Like, are you Mexican? What are you? That has got to be the rudest fucking question to ask somebody. It is rude as fuck. Jewel, I get it. You blackity black, black, black. You're a revolutionary. You a ratchet activist. I get all of that. I get, well, what she say, ratchet revolutionary. I get all of that. But here's the problem. And here's where I have an issue sometimes as a black woman. Because you doing too much. It is disrespectful when you first meet somebody, the first thing out your mouth is to ask them what they are. And then your attitude basically was, well, you're Mexican, but if you a white Mexican, I can't fuck with you. But if you just Mexican, then you cool, because that technically you a person of color. What? That don't even make no damn sense. So I thought that was rude. Moving on. So then Jewel and Melly and everybody's having a good time. And Melly B goes to follow her over to the Instagram. And the first thing he realizes is that she does a show with B Hawk, D Hawk, somebody from New York that Melly B has issues with. Now, here's what I surmise from the situation, because I ain't never watched The Circle New York, so I don't know nothing about the story. It seems as though Melly B and this person have a serious beef. It seems as though this person who identifies as they or she, I think. I want to make sure that I'm correct. But I know they was one of the pronouns. And Jewel's first response was, well, if you don't mess with them, you don't mess with me. Melly B's first response was, I understand. If they a friend of yours, I get it if you don't want to rock with me. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, I probably wouldn't rock with you. I get it. That's probably where they should have just parted ways and went the hell home. That's probably where they should have just ended this whole conversation. You don't rock with me, I don't rock with you. Now, personally, I think that's juvenile. Because at the end of the day, I have plenty of people that I'm cool with, that I got friends that don't rock with the other friend. Like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Y'all adults. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Like, that whole, if you don't mess with them, you don't mess with me. Now, there's some situations where that supersedes. And again, I don't know what happened with Melly B and this particular person. I don't know what the violation was. You know, yes, there's certain violations that, like, nah, we can't rock. But sometimes you just don't like each other because you used to date my boyfriend, so I don't like you. I'm not getting in the middle of that, boo. That's dumb shit. Now, if it's a character situation, oh, you a thief, you stole money from me. Well, I ain't rocking with you because you a thief. So they continue the conversation, and I guess then Jewel says, well, no, I guess basically it was like, we on this show together, so let's figure out a way that we can kind of, be cool. So they start talking about the situation, and Melly starts addressing this other person as he. Jewel was like, the proper pronoun is she and they. Melly was like, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't respect him, and I'm not going to respect him. I don't give a fuck. Again, at that point, there's really no need to continue the conversation, because what Melly B just told, because let's be clear, Melly B had already addressed this individual as a she. So when Melly switched up to he was absolutely letting you know that I am intentionally being disrespectful. This is intentional. This is not a mistake. See, when people mess up and they accidentally use the wrong pronoun, that's a different conversation. Melly B was being very intentional in his disrespect. And he said it. He said it. At some point in the argument, he said, I know what the pronoun is, but I don't give a fuck. Again, at that point, that's where the argument ends. I can't argue with that anymore, because what you're telling me is you're not doing this by accident. They continue to argue and go back and forth. Mulatto and Martell are there trying to resolve the issue, trying to tell them, listen, let's just agree to this, do this. Let's just agree to do that. So then Jules says, well, can we just call a truce? For whatever reason, that pissed Melly B off, and I'm a grown man. I don't have to agree to nothing. I'm gonna say what I want to say, and because again, he was being intentional in his disrespect. So the reality is, for you to agree to a truce means you wanted Melly to agree to use the proper pronoun, but Melly was purposely misgendering this specific person out of disrespect to this specific person. Now, is it offensive to the whole trans community that this person chooses to not use the proper pronoun? Perhaps, yes. That's rude as fuck. That's disrespectful. But in Melly's mind, he's only disrespecting that one person, not the whole community. In Jules' mind, if you disrespect one, you're disrespecting all, and I'm not cool with it. So, okay, now we're at point number 3. Where we can end this whole conversation and walk the fuck away. They continue to argue about this mute point. I don't know how long it went on, but it went on way too long in this episode. I don't know how long it went on in real time, because I'm certain that was edited down. Because I feel like they was out there for way too damn long arguing about this. Because again, it's not, I didn't know, oh, my bad, and I am, because even, then Jewel got into the whole, well, you called me sweetie, and that was disrespectful, and the very next thing out of Melly's mouth was sweetie. Again, Melly is intentionally being antagonistic in that moment. That is my opinion. There was absolutely nothing that any of y'all could have said that would have made him say, okay, yeah, you're right. Even though I don't rock with this person, you're right. I'm going to stop. He wasn't. So now a situation that could have been deaded at the door, has now evolved into this whole argument that I fear is going to carry over for the remainder of the damn season. Because it carried over the rest of the episode. So Melly B finally walks away because it gets really heated. He finally, let me make sure, because I wrote notes. Let me make sure I got it all. Okay, yeah. He leaves. And on the ride home, he's talking to Mulatto, and he's hot. He's still mad. He's still pissed off about it. He gets home. His friends are in his apartment. They having a little surprise party for him because he just landed a big account, and it was like a congratulations. So he walked to the door mad, cussing. He is still on the phone with Mulatto, cussing. He is going off. And his friends are there to surprise him, right? So once he realizes what's going on, because he was like, what? Surprise? What? Like, once he realizes what's going on, then he proceeds to tell them what had just happened. Now he's talking about Jules' wig being pulled back and how, because they're having this whole friends brunch the next day. And I'm bringing wig glue to the brunch because she needs help and this and this and this and that. Now the friends, I guess, know the whole backstory between Melly and this other person up in New York. And so they were like, it was just a recap. I'm not going through that whole thing. He was recapping it, and then in the process of recapping it, dragging the fuck out of Joel. That's it. That's all. So the next day, they're having the brunch, and they're inviting everybody to the brunch. And the idea was, again, I thought this was a cute idea, Mulatto. You have the brunch, and you say, hey, you come to the brunch, and you bring a friend. Because all of us are going to be filming together. We're going to be getting to know each other. So bring somebody with you. Bring a friend of yours so that we can all sort of just become a circle, like a real circle for real. I thought that was a really, really cute idea. I liked that. I liked it. And then later on in the episode, she was even saying, and this is where we can also network with each other. When you have a project, reach out to us so we can support each other. If I have something going on, I'll reach out to this circle and we can all support each other. We can be there to uplift each other. I thought it was a great concept. So I loved this scene. Whoever edited this scene, bravo to them. I thought it was really cute. We had Martell and Jewel on the phone. FaceTiming each other, talking about the brunch and kind of recapping what happened the night before. And then you have Melly and Mulatto on the phone, sort of doing the same thing. And both of them are talking about how they're going to handle the situation at the brunch when they see each other. And both of them pretty much agreed that they were just going to pay each other dust. They could coexist in each other's space, but they didn't need to be friends. That's what I heard. But I really liked the way they did it. And Martell was being very, I think, even keel with Jewel. And I feel like Mulatto was playing the same role with Melly. Now, Melly was way more turned up than I felt like Jewel was. Jewel was like, I got my sage. I'm going to have me a drink and I'm going to be good. Melly was just like, when she had her hair tools, I feel like that was some product placement. I don't know. Was that product placement, Jewel? You getting paid to talk about that hair stuff? Okay. So anyway, that's what that was. So they get to the brunch. Mulatto was there. Her wife. They're so beautiful. They're a cute couple. I'm shouts out. Martell brings one of his boyfriends. Rico shows up, but Rico's alone. Eugene comes alone. Dante comes alone. I'm like, y'all ain't got no damn friends. They ain't got no friends. Was it too short notice? Tevin shows up with his best friend. Tevin is so cute. Tevin shows up with his best friend. Who else? Mega came. Mega ain't bring no friends either. Mega, I will be your friend. Melly ain't bring no friends, I guess. Jewel brought a friend. Jewel brought her friend. Who else was there? I feel like that's it. Because like I said, it's 5,672 people on this damn cast. So I feel like that was it. We know Cash won't there because Cash don't know he on the show. So anyway, even though Cash said he was on a show called The Circle, I feel like he don't know that it's a circle of other people. That's what I mean when I say Cash don't know he on the show. He know he on the show. I don't think he know that it's a circle of other people on the show. I'm just saying. That's how I feel. I like you, Cash. I really like you. I really like you, Cash. I'm bullshitting with you, but I don't know if you know there's other people in this ensemble. So at the brunch, we found out that Eugene and Mega used to be boyfriends. They used to be boyfriends. They had a whole relationship, which, of course, that automatically made an uncomfortable situation. We found Alyssa shows up, and Alyssa was like, Rico was like, I know Alyssa. Oh my gosh, Alyssa. And Alyssa was like, I know Rico, but I don't know him as Rico. I know him as, and I didn't write the name down. But Rico is a whole drag queen. He says female impersonator. Some people prefer the term female impersonator. Some people prefer the term drag queen. Rico, if drag queen is offensive to you, that my apologies, but I say drag queen. But he said female impersonator, so I'm gonna use female impersonator for the purposes of this because I don't want to offend nobody. But this is running long. Let me hurry up because this was a lot. But yeah, they showed us a clip. I was like, go ahead, Rico. Rico was giving it. I'm here for all of that, Rico, all of it. But and so we had that. Now, Eugene, somewhere along the line, I don't know, Eugene, was you a peer counselor in high school or something? Like, did you go to that, like, one-day workshop at your high school and get your peer counseling certificate that you now feel like you can be, moderating and breaking down and helping them work through this issue? First of all, it was too hot. Literally, it was less than 24 hours. And y'all know, just like rumors and gossip, it was spreading throughout the whole circle. And just like telephone, every time somebody retold it, it got more salacious. So they at the brunch talking. And Eugene talks to Jewel, talking about something. Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind, if I could be a mediator for you. I mean, would you be open to it for you and Melly to sit down and try to work this out? Jewel was like, sure, I'm open to it. So Eugene, who put you in charge of the girls? It was too hot. It was literally less than 24 hours. They were still mad. Nobody was going to hear anything. That wasn't like, so I'm thinking that he's going to try to plan something like next episode or the episode after that. They're going to sit down and have a whole Ponderosa. That's what I thought was going to happen. Oh, but no, not you, Eugene. Nope, not Eugene. So Mulatto brings all of them together. She sits at the table. Like I said, she talks about what her vision is for this whole situation. And so she says, I want you to go around the table and tell me something about yourself that we don't already know, that we can't find out on social media and we don't already know about you. So Jules comes out the gate and was like, I'm a witch. Jewel, I still need to understand pardon my ignorance, but I don't even know what that means. I mean, I know what a witch is, obviously, but I don't even know what that means. But she said it multiple times. She's a witch. Martell, he let everybody know that he's in a poly relationship. He was like, my boyfriend is here. I had my other boyfriend the other day. I'm poly. That's what I do. Cool. Eugene lets us know that he used to be a scripper. All right, again, I'm here for it. He looked like he said he was good at it. I feel like he was. Do you still do private dances? That's all I want to know. I got coins. Tevin let us know that is his real her. Okay? Don't get it twisted. And his hair is beautiful too. Don't get it twisted. It is all me. Okay? Rico, he let us know about being the female impersonator. Mega said, I'm a little OCD, and Eugene, my ex-boyfriend. Eugene was like, why did you feel the need to share that information with all of these people? I'm not sure. Why did you do that? I just felt like we was going to find out one way or the other. Alyssa said, I'm shy. That's all you need to know about me. That I don't like being put on the spot. i.e., I'm not really feeling this. Dante says he's bisexual. I don't even remember what Melly said in Mulatto. Hell, I'm taking notes and I ain't even write it down. I don't remember what Melly said. If you really want to... yes, I feel like Melly was like, you get to know me for yourself and I don't need no crystals. Because Jewel had put her crystals out, child. Listen, she said her crystals are like Christians who wear crosses. It's just a protection. It just bounces off the hate. So, bounce off. I don't remember what Mulatto said. But Mulatto girl, I'm here for you. I just don't remember what you said, child. So then Eugene decides that this is the perfect time for Jewel and Melly to work out their issues. Sir, who put you in charge of the girls? And what in your mind said, this is a good idea? So he opens up the floor for Melly and Jewel to say what they have to say. So Melly went off on this whole tangent about the situation. I'm not rehashing it. I'm just not. And so, to Jewel's credit, Jewel let him talk. Jewel let him say everything he needed to say. Now, Melly now has made up in his mind that Jewel absolutely knew who he was before she met him, that she was being fake by pretending like she was going to get to know him. And he said, because there's no way you could be that close of friends with whoever this is in New York and not know me and not know the situation. So now he has made up in his mind that Jewel is just a whole fake situation going on, and you know, she lying. You know exactly who I am. You know exactly who I am. You know exactly who I am. So every time Jewel went to talk, he's cutting her off. He's being rude. He's being loud. He's being this. He's being that. And at that point, again, we're not getting anything accomplished because he has decided that he is not interested in resolving it. See, you have to have two willing parties. He wasn't. He wasn't willing to resolve it. He didn't want to resolve it. At that point, he just wanted to be shady. He wanted to be catty. He wanted to be disrespectful. He wanted to be rude. And that is exactly what he was. He was all of the above. Check the boxes. Check, 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 check. All of the above. Then he done threw poor Alyssa into it, because then he done called Jewel a racist. And Alyssa's sitting there like, damn, I just told you I'm shy and I don't like being put on the spot. Why? How I get in this? How I get in this? But we do know Alyssa felt some kind of way about how Jewel addressed her, because she said it in her confessional. So anyway, y'all, that was the end of it. And they had the nerve to put at the end of this episode to be continued. Can we not and say we did? I don't feel like there's anything more to discuss. I just don't. Jewel is friends with old girl in New York. Melly and old girl in New York got beef. Melly is disrespectful as fuck to old girl in New York. And in his mind, he is not disrespecting the whole community. He is only disrespecting that one person. Jewel feels differently. And as long as you're being disrespectful to the trans community, she can't fuck with you. That's it. That's all. We done. Listen, everybody just can't be friends. Everybody can't be friends. That's it. So, at this point, Jewel and Melly, it's a job. When y'all see each other, y'all co-workers, you can be cordial, and that's it. This thing ran way too long. I'm sorry. Let me know what y'all think, though. Drop it in those comments. Peace.